share screen. So today we'll do the last chapters. The last. Okay, build a small network, and there is nothing special there. Build a small network. What can you check there? Device in a small network. If it is something that we need for our training and exam, I will let you know. Okay, so in a company, there is something called redundancy. It means we have backups. So in a company, you must always have two routers, two switches. In case one fails, the other one takes over. If ESCOM is not happy, at least we have a solar panel or something too. So it's something that traffic management. We'll also do some configs on the router called quality of service, where you give priority to voice. Voice first, then other. So it's a config that we do on the router. It's part of CCNA voice in the old days, but we don't do that anymore. It's just for you to get an idea. Okay, some protocols that you should know. SSH, port 22. You should know how to configure it in NetAcad. I'm going to finish the lab we did on Saturday and send to you again. How to configure Telnet and SSH. So this one you must know. I think I did show you now. I did show you one day, but I'll do a config and let me check. How to configure SSH. It's more secure than Telnet. It's for remote connections. Let me check if I have, yeah, and so this is an example here. Now, which one is DHCP? DHCP, I think it is SSH somewhere. Control F, SSH. It's not on this page. Okay, anyway, I'll show you a bit later. So some protocols that will face a lot in a company. So it is, guys. SSH, the web for internet, email protocols, SMTP, POP3, IMAP, that we checked. FTP for file transfer. If you want to transfer files from somewhere to somewhere, let me check if I can show you one of these guys. So there are many tools for file transfer protocol. For example, if you want to send something in your Google Drive, it's a file transfer. Oh, what is that phone of mine? Okay, I don't have it. Okay, anyway, I'll show you later then. Yeah, so we have a lot of protocols that you should be familiar. FTP for file transfer protocol, DHCP for dynamically assign IP addresses, IPv4 and IPv6 default gateway to the users, and also DNS. Okay, so here we'll try to, yeah, so when you design your network, make sure that you have space for growth. So we must verify connectivity and the pinging stuff that we did. If from your router you ping and you see exclamation marks, it means it's successful. If it's dots, it means it's waiting for a reply. If it's you, it means the destination unreachable. We'll use from time to time the router to do that. So sometimes when you want to ping, you can ping the IP directly, or you can tap ping, then it will ask you a lot of questions. We call it extended ping, where you can specify exactly what you want according to the troubleshooting you are facing. Verify connectivity with traceroute. We also check that. Traceroute is going to check all the different stops, all the different routers the packets go through until it reaches destination. And we also have something called time to leave. For example, you say after 30 seconds, if you cannot reach the destinations, you can get discarded by yourself. It's like there is a inside bomb and it's going to explode itself. Extended trace route. You can just start trace route, then it will ask you some quick questions, and you can specify what you want, and it will start checking for you down here. What else? Baseline. Post an iOS comment. What's that? ipconfig/all to check your some details. If you're using Linux, it's not ipconfig/all, it's interface config, ifconfig. Let's see here. Then it will list if you're using a Linux operating system. What else that is Mac? I don't use Mac and I don't. Yeah, some revisions. If you want to verify the current configuration setting, you tap show run config. So you can have a look, the command and the descriptions here. Okay, so these ones, you will use them a lot to verify what you're looking for troubleshootings. Show version, it will display the memory, interfaces, licenses, and show protocols. Show IP route, that will use a lot CCNA 2, CCNA 3. ARP, and other show IP interface or show interface. We'll use them from CCNA 2 and 3. For now, we are preparing you for networking. That's why you see Introduction to Networks, CCNA 1. Now, if you want to view some details on devices directly connected to your router, you tap Show CDP Neighbors. It will display details on all routers, all devices, Cisco devices that are connected to R3. If R3 is also connected to R2, if you tap show CDP neighbors, it will display all information for R2. Like here, you see, R3 is connected to S3 to a route to a switch. It will display S3 switch. It's connected to a switch via this interface and other information. So you can read this one. Show CDP neighbors detail, comment, reveal the IP address of neighboring device. Very important. Okay, what else? Show IP interface brief, show IPv6 interface brief. This one you know. And you have a nice video explaining and doing a demo of all useful comment. So please watch it many times, it will help you. And we'll do some packet trace after that. If you have issues in IT, here we'll guide you a bit. Step 1, identify the problem, description. Step 2, so have a look quickly on the steps at the description. And okay, so there's some examples of how to do some troubleshootings. You can read, and what else? So here we'll give you an example of something that is wrong, and we'll try to explain according to a table, the troubleshooting table. So all these we'll do them when we do there is a lab called Skills Challenge that we'll do also. What is it? This guy. So we have troubleshooting challenge. You have a topology, something is not working, how to fix it. We also have skills integration challenge, very important. That we'll do also. Let me open and have a look. Okay, so here, skills challenge. You'll have a topology. Always, when you have a topology, take 2 to 3 minutes to understand. I have a central router that is connected to my ISP and a web server. My central router is connected to R1, and R1 is connected to 3 LANs. You see. So remember what we did on Saturday? Subnetting, we want only 100 hosts here, 50, 25. So you should be knowing what type of slash and what type of IP you can assign to a PC and to a default gateway and to a switch. The same thing we did. So it's also a lab. We call it a skills challenge. It's something we'll also do a bit late, I think next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. You see, IPv4 addressing, use this IP to create subnet. For the staff network, we need 100 hosts. Sales network, we need 50, and guest, you see. So it's something like that that we'll be doing on Saturday. We'll also do SSH, configure SSH. We'll also configure the switch, and then we try to ping each other. So skills challenge, it's very important. We deal with IPv4, IPv6, and okay, so this chapter is a short one. What else? Network security fundamentals, what's there? Let's have a look. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask them. Network security fundamentals, what's here? Okay, you can check this one. So if you tell someone I did CCNA and I have CCNA certificate, or I did CCNA training, we do respect you because it's a lot of knowledge, lot of stuff that you know. Security threats. So as you know, if you're poor, no one will come and bother you. But if you're rich, have a nice house, cars, then some people will say, okay, let's pay a visit to that guy. It's the same thing for a company. We have valuable stuff, information, and IT asset. So people can and try to play around. So some threats, and we have hardware threats, and people can steal or damage the environment. Like today, if it's too rainy or windy, it can, or electrical, ESCOM, and what. So you need to secure all these guys. Secure your hardwares, have a list of all your devices, how to find them, where to find them, and protect your company against and what. So you can have a look and continue. Okay. Network attacks. So when you have your network, yes, you need to protect your. So this chapter was before CCNA security. So it's only an overview of network security. Yeah. So you can have what we call some malwares. Malwares is MAL, malicious software. So malicious software, we call it malware. We have viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. Worms, you try to download something legal. For example, I don't want to pay for Windows 11. I want to download from internet. You see, click here to download. Yes, it's really Windows 11, but it comes with viruses. This one we call it Trojan horses. Normal viruses, you click on something, it's going to propagate on your PC only. Worms, we are kind of viruses, but we attack, we affect, or we infect your entire network, your entire company. We have a network cables and so have a look on phase 3 and we'll continue. So you'll get time to check the difference between phase 3 in AutoCAD. So before someone come and steal something, we study. For example, we want to attack a bank. We do some reconnaissance. We check when people come in and out, who is the security guy, at what time, you see. Then, when we are happy, we decide one day and we strike. So you'll get now access attack. For example, you want to access a PC, you don't know the username password, but you still want to force and get in that PC. So we have password attacks, brute force, Trojan horse. So we have nowadays a lot of tools on internet to crack, to guess people username password and other stuff. So you'll also check that access attacks. Denial of service. For example, I'm offering you a service, I'm teaching you, and denial, for example, let's say it's raining too much and I can no longer give you the service. You see? So a DHCP gives service to the host by allocating dynamically IP addresses. And some people, they can stop it. We call it denial of service. Then the DHCP can no longer work properly. So we have some ways of attacking servers to allow them no longer to work properly so that we can, you see. So it's like robots when we go in a bank, for example, we deactivate the video surveillance, we deactivate the alarms, you see, then we can go do whatever. It's the same thing in IT. So now how to protect your network against attacks. You have some devices you can put, like ADT, you hire ADT, you put some fences, you put some what. So we have some security devices, IPS, intrusion prevention system, or email security appliance, or web security appliance, authentication server, authentication accounting and authorization, or a VPN, or a firewall to filter the traffic. So all these devices, you can buy them, set up to make your network secure. You can secure your emails via ESA, email security appliance, to filter the spams and what. Secure your web security appliance, and a lot of stuff. So you can have a look here and continue. Okay. You must also keep some backups in your. So nowadays it's cloud-based. Like Nasuni, it's file cloud-based server. The file server where you backup, so you keep some stuff, but it's in the cloud. So you can keep a backup on your PC and a backup in the cloud, like OneDrive, all this stuff. You must always keep your software up to date. You can always upgrade, update, install patches. You must set up a AAA server, authentication, authorization, accounting. For example, if someone wants to use your PC in your company, username and password, they should be known by you, the network engineer. And trace anything he does in your network. Authorization, are you allowed to print? Are you allowed to scan or to view some folders? And accounting, anything you did during the day or the month should be traced for auditing. So we know whatever you did the whole day. Firewalls, they are devices or softwares to allow or deny traffic in or out your network. For example, you can buy this and you say, okay, from 8 to 4, stop any traffic for news or marketing website like Take a Lot and Amazon. So you can deny or allow traffic. So we have different type of firewalls to allow or deny traffic in or out your network. We will try to explain more is here. And all your PCs, printers, laptops, you should secure them. We have nowadays a lot of powerful antiviruses around, so we should all have that installed and up to date. Device security, okay, this one we don't know. Password, you must make them very strong and very, very long, like what we did on Saturday. Security password, minimum length 8. You can also block logging block for 120 seconds if someone attempts three times in 1 minute. So using password is wrong 3 times in 1 minute, then the system will block you for 120 seconds. For example, if you're using Telnet or SSH, if you're not using the connection for 5 minutes or what, it's going to log you out. To encrypt all plain text password, service password encryptions. So this one is extremely important. Have a look, and we'll use it also in labs, especially for your exams. You'll face this one. One second, coming. I'll be back in a few. It's here we do a configuration for SSH. Okay. I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, so guys, these are new comments that you should know for configurations, especially for your exams. These are new stuff you should know. Now, SSH, that we didn't do on Saturday. It's like Telnet, but it's more secure. So we have a lot of steps. What is it? I thought we were going to show as an example. Okay, so we have 6 steps. The first one, we need to configure the host name. Then we configure the IP domain name and some encryption and what. I don't know where I put it. Let me check if I can find it so that I can show you an example. SSH, no. Should be in CCNA 2, maybe. CCNA 2, maybe. But I had something, I think it's welcoming F SSH. It was password. CCNA here. I'll search password. No, SSH. This one is a cyber security. What did I put this guy? CCNA. Cisco. All docs. SSH. Nothing. I deleted nothing. Basic switch security. Yeah, it's this one. Remote access, telnet, and SSH. Yeah, it's this one I was looking for. Yeah, so this is an example of how we configure SSH. So you see, they say what? Step 1 and 2. Step 1, configure device host name. Oh, device host name, it's here. You see here, router conft host name R1. Then it will become R1 here. Step 2, configure the IP domain name. So yeah, here, IP domain name. You add any, you can type cisco.com or cput.com or according to the question paper. Generate a key. Now to encrypt. So the thing is with SSH, you need to specify who are the user who are allowed to use it. It can be, so username Max and your password. Username Light and your password. Username Lynn and her password only. 3 of us only are allowed to use SSH. Any other student are not allowed. You see. So with SSH, you must specify, we call it a local database of people who are allowed. It means if your name is John, you won't be able to use it. If your name is P-Way, you won't be. So host name first, IP domain lookup. You can specify the list of people who can use it, a local database. Then you set up the encryption, crypto key, generate RSA, what. This one is to secure the traffic. When you are done, you continue your normal config and for telnet, line v2y03, transport input. This time you put SSH, login, local. It means to log in, use the local database. People use only people who are allowed to log in. That's all for SSH. Host name, IP domain, your local database, your encryption, then line VTY, transport input SSH, and login local. So all these 6, you can now read them and we'll explain more for you. Okay, so it's something that we will do to finish the lab of Saturday. So I'll put the example here for you to check again. Okay, what else can we check? Also, if you use a switch in the network, if you're not using some port, even the routers, you must disable. Instead of tapping no shutdown, you tap shutdown. So a new service or a new port, you switch. So in this lab, we'll try to play a bit with SSH. Yeah, so that's all for this one. How to protect your network. You must identify the threats. How to protect your network. What policies you put in place for password, for firewalls, for SSH. You must secure everything in your network. That's why nowadays we call it zero trust. Even if I know you, I must not trust you. I must double check. If Mr. Light is one of my students, before he get in, I check his student card. I check his ID to make sure, even if I know him, we call it zero trust. Make sure, double check everything. Any questions? I think after that, this one I'm going to copy and put it in CCNA 1. CCNA 1 here. So build a small network security fundamentals, application layer. Well, there is nothing there. It's only some theory. Let me check what we can. I think we did it, no? Let me check. Application presentation session. I think we did this one. Yeah. Yeah, we did this one. This could be put too much information, but I give you what's most important. The email protocols, with HTTP. Yeah, we did this one last time. So if you think it's too much, you can just focus on the summary. The summary, yeah. And the quiz, you practice a lot of the quiz, you take notes and any questions? Because from Wednesday, yeah, we'll do so we'll finish the lab of Saturday with the SSH that we just discovered. Then we'll start with skills challenge. I think normally if you go in your NetApp card, you should see it. You should see that there. What is it? What is it? If I go to teaching and I go to your class, I said Academy Introduction to Networks. I open something. And I check packet tracer. At the end, I should see something. Yeah, skills integration challenge. You can just download it and do it. And the lab, so 11.5.5 that we did two weeks ago. When we started with subnetting, you can. So normally we are done with CCNA 1 with theory. Now we just need to do some practices. Then yeah. So Wednesday we finish the lab. We start skills challenge. After that, troubleshooting challenge. We do a bit of revision again for physical mode, and that's all. That's all. Any questions? Okay, guys, thank you very much. So, as you know, we meet again on Wednesday. So all these 15 chapters are done. All the chapters exams are open until end of April. Even if we do our exams, please try to clear quickly your chapter exams. Because when we start CCNA 2, everything will be locked out. So after this week, the following week it's for exams. The following week, please try to finish quickly all your chapter exams. Because when you start CCNA 2, you'll get confused. You go back to CCNA 1, no. So try to finish. Thank you very much, guys. If there is no questions, then we meet again on Wednesday.